Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. So, before we dive into today's episode, which is Dorit Kemsley sharing her latest status with Kel Richards, and she's also talking about Bozoma and her marital issues and everything else going on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So, before we dive in, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. It is a free and easy way to support the show, and I would really appreciate it. So, with that, let's dive right on in. So this is according to Reality Blurb. It says Dorit Kemsley says she has not reconciled with Cal Richards despite their recent breakups and addressed what led to their fallout. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star also shared that newcomer Bozoma St. John was the most supportive in the cast. Last season, Kyle and Dorit had a falling out amid Kyle's separation from Mauricio. Leading up to the drama, Dorit had already suggested that Cal was putting distance in their friendship and wouldn't open up about her life. Speaking to Us Weekly, Dorit shared that she and Kyle have not reconciled in spite of their respective breakups. I did feel very abandoned by Kyle, said Dorit, who recently separated from her husband PK. There are a lot of things that were left unsaid from the reunion, and I was struggling with that because I really care about her and I considered her like family, but I can't say that and mean it and not feel it or feel like it's reciprocated. I feel like in order to truly be able to mend fences, to be able to come together, to be able to rectify whatever issues we're having, I wanted to have a very honest conversation where we were both able to put real things on the table and say, okay, this doesn't feel right. This is not what friends do. What has been going on in the last 2 years? Because it's very different to the friendship that we used to have, she added. Dorit said she isn't certain how she or her co star got here. Okay, I'm going to stop there, give my thoughts, and then we'll continue with the article. So, this is the thing, Dorit. On the last episode, Kyle was like, this is why I was upset. This is what hurt me. And then you turned around and you said, no, it's not. This is why you're upset. You can't be mad at someone and be like, you did this to me. And then the person says, okay, well, this is what hurt me and this is why I was upset. And then say, no, it's not. Just because in your mind you think Kyle is mad about one thing, but she says this is what is actually making me upset, doesn't make it true. Also, I think it says a lot that Bozoma, of the entire cast of women that you've known for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, the newbie on the show is the one who has your back the most, is the one who knows you the least. That says more about you than it does about the other women. Like, why are these women not willing to have your back? Maybe the problem is you. Look in the mirror. Okay? All right, let's keep going. According to Dorit, she thought their respective breakups would bring them close, but she wished to give grace to the co-star amid her separation from her husband Mauricio. But Dorit claimed things got to a point where it was more strange. It felt more personal than it was what she was going through, she said. It felt like I was on the outside and not in her inner circle, whereas I was that person at one point and I don't know what had happened. She didn't share with me what had happened to sort of put me on the outside. Okay. This is what I think happened to put Dorit on the outside with Kyle. Number one, I think obviously the allegations that Dorit and Mauricio had some sort of sexual inappropriateness, whether it was a full blown affair, whether it was just flirtation, whatever the case may be. Duh, like, of course, having those rumors out there is going to affect a friendship. They can both say, oh, it's ridiculous. All those rumors are crazy. They're so untrue. But, timing is everything. As soon as those rumors come out, Kyle and Mauricio separate, Kyle and Dorit are fighting, then Dorit and PK separate. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Whether there's truth or not to the rumors, there is fallout to those rumors. Also, I think Lisa Rinna is behind a lot of this. I think Lisa Rinna is in Kyle's ear being like, Dorit really isn't your friend. She said this and this about you. And then she's in Dorit's ear. Kyle isn't your friend. She's super manipulative. She's using you. She said this and this and this about you. My biggest issue when it comes to Dorit trying to call out Kyle is you chose to be a yes person for the last couple of years. You chose to be her, bosom buddy, her lapdog, because you wanted cover for the show. So when you are in a relationship or a friendship where two people are using each other, you can't get mad and be like, you used me. Well, you used her too. The whole situation was mutually using. Kyle used you because she likes having yes people around her, and you used Kyle because you wanted cover to be on the show, to keep your Bravo check coming, and to keep your diamond. It was an equally beneficial friendship. So you can't be mad at Kyle for saying that she used you when you were using her too and talking about reciprocity. And then I think the issue is when the dynamic of a friendship is I'm this person's yes person, this person gives me cover, and then Dorit stopped being a yes person. She kind of um went against, I don't want to say went against, but she did. She kind of went against Kyle in the Aspen situation. Because remember in Aspen when Dorit and Kyle were arguing over the whole Erica situation, and Mauricio had to step in and be like, ladies, stop. And then Dorit was like, okay, because like her boyfriend told her to stop arguing. So that was a huge thing, Dorit and Kyle fighting in Aspen and then Mauricio stepping in. Then the whole, Dorit taking Kathy's side. Oh, maybe look at it from her side. Now, I say all that to say this. I think in genuine friendships, of course, your friend should be able to say, hey, I think you're out of line here. Hey, maybe look at somebody else's perspective. I love you. I support you. However, I'm not going to coddle you or be a yes person or enable you. However, that has not been their social contract. That has not been their dynamic of their friendship. So Dorit can't be mad at Kyle for not allowing her in her inner circle when Dorit is the one who changed the dynamic of their social contract. Now, I'm not saying Kyle is perfect. I'm not saying that she is 100% right in the situation, but I think it was Dorit who stepped outside of what their mutual agreed social friendship contract was. And now she's mad that Kyle did the same. You can't have it both ways. I think now we're seeing the real Dorit. I think now we're seeing the Dorit who never really liked Kyle in the first place. So it's like, don't act like you really like Kyle and now you're so hurt by her. You're not. You never liked her. Now you just get to be honest about how you've always felt about her. So, girl, bye. Okay. Let's see. Regarding their breakup, she said Kyle is a little bit ahead in the process. She's been going through things for a while and it's always difficult, explained Dorit. I would have loved to have been there for her from the beginning. I was. I tried. I certainly am and would be. I do think in a real friendship, you need to be able to feel like you're getting the same that you're putting in. Dorit teased that she's very vocal about their issues in the season, but shared there's always a path forward. I think it takes two people. I think if you asked Kyle, she certainly would say that she liked the same thing, said the star, who claimed there's still a lot of love between them. I believe you can get through anything as friends, truly, if you are good friends and you care about one another. She said her decision to return to this season was difficult. Girl, it wasn't difficult. You needed that check. You know what I mean? And I think the reason why you're being so much more vocal this season is because you need to keep that check, you need to keep that diamond. And I think Bravo and the producers have been very clear that the dynamic of protecting stars or protecting housewives has shifted and changed. I think everybody has been put on notice that, like, your apple, your orange, your diamond, your flute, whatever the case may be, isn't guaranteed anymore. You have to show up, you have to show out. And so Dorit, I think, has been coasting for a very long time, and she knows she can no longer coast anymore. So are you being more vocal because Kyle is now all of a sudden such a horrible person? Or are you being more vocal because you know you need to do that in order to keep your check? And Kyle is no longer willing to give you protection and cover because she no longer wants to rock with you like that. So which one is it? You guys know how I feel about it. Okay. So she also teased the introduction of Bozoma. It's an exciting season. It's thrilling. We've got some fresh blood, a new housewife who's amazing beyond, she said. Very smart, very inspiring, very authentic and down to earth. She's real. She's not trying too hard and she's cool. I'm really pleased I bonded with her instantaneously, Dorit continued. Funny enough, the one that I had known me the least was there for me the most. It's crazy. She said that their friendship is now beyond the show. She's really fabulous, said Dorit. I think she embodies everything that a housewife should, but more. This is the thing. I want to like Bozoma, and I do. I think she's cool, but she does have a bit of a, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but whatever. She does have a little bit of a pick me spirit with her when it comes to Dorit. She kind of kisses Dorit's butt, and it's really off putting. Watch the after show with Dorit and Bozoma, and you'll see what I'm saying. I think Bozoma herself is really cool. She has a great, interesting backstory, but she's a little bit too far up Dorit's butt for my liking. Like, you can be friends, but, like, it's a little pick Misha. Whatever. But as always, I want to know what you guys think about this. Are you watching the new season? What do you think about Dorit versus Kyle? What do you think about the new girl Bozoma, or the new woman Bozoma, and her dynamic with Dorit, and how out the gate they've become really close? She's really team Dorit. I hope she's able to form her own friendships with other women. So we'll see. But as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and let me know your thoughts on what's going on with this season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So with that, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.